Happy Self Love Sunday. I am Moe Sass, the host of Self Love Sundays with Sass. I am a certified life coach who likes to consider herself an aide in the village that helps walk alongside people throughout their journeys so that they can have the life they so desperately desire. That's in terms of health, wealth, financial stability, I like to call it, relationships of all kinds, whether it's a parenting relationship, spouse, or you desire to be someone's spouse or partner. We actually work through whatever it is that's in the way of you having the life of your dreams. So, listen, we are well into December. So many beautiful things have happened this month. Also, some very heavy things, right? If we're really honest about it, it has just been a whirlwind. 2021 has been a whirlwind, right? And here's the thing, that's life. So it's always ebbs and flows, ups and downs. Somebody's worse is always somebody better. Somebody's better is always someone's worse, right? So that's life. And today I want to talk about, I just want someone to know that it is okay to change your mind. I'm going to say it again. It is okay to change your mind. What does that mean? So many people are like, okay, I'm waiting on 2022. I'm waiting on the world to change. I'm waiting for all this to happen. Never realizing that you can make up in your mind today, right now, 12/12, on one of the most powerful manifesting beautiful days ever, to go in a different route, to go in a different direction, to actually get serious about your life, get your vision and your goals written down, and then putting some realistic timelines around it so that you can have the thing that you want. I always say that December can also be a time of reflection, because I know people say, well, I wrote my goals down and I was looking to achieve this thing, and this happened and that happened. And I really want you to do some real, true, deep reflection on what happened. And I'm not talking about just in terms of the bad. I want you to write the good and bad so you can really see what happened, what worldly distractions got in your way. Because a lot of times it's distractions, things that happen, life happens, and it gets in the way. So if it was a life event that took place that veered you off course, don't beat yourself up for it. Now is the time to realize it so you can see what's been in the way, so that we don't repeat that cycle over again come 2022. So that's the most important thing about reflection. It's getting these things down so you can see where there may be some patterns that you were repeating that have to go now. You have to do things differently. If that means you've been doing it on your own for a while and it's time for you to open up to a professional to help you, then let's get there. Let's do that. It's okay to change your mind. It's okay to understand that you weren't even put here to do it alone. That's why you can't do it alone. It's okay to change your mind. It's about, when I think about changing your mind, because its mindset is everything. It is your mindset that will determine whether or not you actually go after the dream. It's your mindset that determines whether or not you feel worthy of even having the things that you desire in all terms of everything, right? It is the mindset. Everything starts with you, and it starts with your mindset. If you're a person who has a negative mindset, then your life is kind of not working out the way you want, you might want to look at what you're thinking about. What are you focusing on? Are you focusing on revenge? Are you focusing on getting back at people? What are you focused on? I can guarantee you, if your focus is any sort of resentment, bitterness, hatred, that's why things are not working out. I can promise you that. You can't wish something bad on someone else, or wish someone had something bad happen to them and you think that good is supposed to come in your life. I don't care what that person did to you. Mindset shift. Perspective is everything. Are you a victim to your circumstances, or are you going to rise up and be a victor and say, you know what, enough is enough. I'm no longer going to live this life. I'm going to get in and tune in and touch with my higher power, my higher source, whatever I call that. Am I going to start listening to things that help change my mindset? Am I going to start reading new books that help change my mindset? Am I going to reach out to a life coach? Hello, somebody. info@moesass, moesass.com if you want to email me, www.moesass.com if you want to book a session with me. Am I going to reach out to a professional? Am I going to say enough is enough? Am I going to change my mind about how I look at life and things that happen to me? Am I going to finally take accountability and stand in my power to understand that everything in my life has been a sum total of my decisions? What decisions have you been making? What choices have you been making that you need to change? This is the perfect time to look at those things. It's the perfect time to understand that you are entitled to change your mind. If this situation, if these people or these places no longer fit where you're going, it's okay to change your mind. You don't have to be tied to anything unless, your higher power, your higher source, you've had conversations and this is the place where you're supposed to be. But that's for you to know. But it takes a relationship. It takes a relationship with God to understand that. Whoever you call your God, I'm not here to tell you who to call it. I'm a very spiritual being. I'm not religious. I'm a very spiritual being. I have a personal relationship with God, whom I trust and I listen to. Very honestly, though, there's times when we don't necessarily trust. So that's the other thing. Are you going to decide? Because see, right now you're at a crossroads. You're at a crossroad right now. Do I step out on faith and go into this new uncharted territory of the unknown? Or do I turn back to what's comfortable for me? Those comfortable thoughts, those comfortable pieces of people, those comfortable places. Do I turn back to the scene? Because those are all the things that you see. This is what you know. This is all that you know. Do I stay in the scene? Go back to what's comfortable. Even if it is the thoughts, even if it is the mindset. Or do I go into the new? Do I step out on faith, knowing that it's going to be uncomfortable, knowing that it's going to feel choppy because you have no idea what's waiting around the corner? And here's the thing about that. If you have trust and belief and faith in something higher than you, then you can really kind of relax in the fact that what's around the corner can be, will be greater than what you've already seen, than what you already know, than what you're already comfortable with. It's a choice. You can choose to stay the course, move forward, or to turn back. What are you going to do today? What is the one thing you're going to do today to change your mind? To change your mind. Because that's where it starts. It is okay to change your mind. You don't have to go through with that plan of hurting someone. You don't have to go through with that plot to scheme on someone else. You don't have to go through with that lie anymore. You can actually confess that, repent that to God. I'm not saying you have to do it with a person. A prayer of repentance. Let it go so you can grow. So many times people do things out of getting back to someone else because someone did something to them. That doesn't serve anyone. Doesn't serve you. And how's that working out for you so far? That's the question. How is that working out for you? This vengefulness, this wanting to be like other people, wanting to step in other people's shoes. Here's the beautiful thing about life. If you just stop looking at everyone else's plate, if you just stop looking at everyone else's social media feed of what they're showing you and look on your plate, and understand that you can create whatever it is that you desire. If you understand that if you just work on your mindset, work on your perspective, that you can be your doer, have anything you want in this life. Everything in your world will be so much better. And why am I say this? Because you don't see my breakdown moments on my social media. You don't see when I'm crying. You don't see when I'm going through my finances, making it all work. You don't see how hard I work. You see the end result. And that's what it is on social media. A lot of times you see the end result, but you don't see the long hours. You don't see the labor. You don't see the tears. You don't see the blood that's shed for people to get to where they are. Stop hoping and wishing that you were in someone else's seat. You don't know what they went through to get there. I always tell people, are you willing to bury your children to get where I am, because that's what I had to do. How about that? Are you willing to lose your home? Are you willing to be divorced? Are you willing to go through a physical abusive relationship? Are you willing to be touched as a child? What are you willing to do to sit in my seat? Because you think you want it, but you don't know what it took to get here. That's the thing. We have to stop looking at, I don't look at anyone else's life. I promise you that. And say that I desire, because I don't know what it took for them to have that. But I look at the vision that God gave me and I said, I'm going for it. Victim or victor, not allowing the circumstances of your life to lay you down. You see where I'm going? It's okay to change your mind. It's okay to change your mind about God and understand that he didn't allow those people to do those things to you. People have free will. They chose that. But what are you going to choose? It's a choice. All of it's a choice. What are you going to do today to change your mind? Yeah, what are you going to do today to change your mind? It's so important that you begin to speak life over yourself. What are you telling yourself? What are you focusing on? Are you focusing on the lack? Are you focused on what's missing in your life? Or are you grateful for what you have while you're working on for what's coming? It's a choice. It's all a choice. Never believe that you're held victim to anything. You're not. Who told you that? Who told you that? Be careful. Be mindful of who you listen to. It's so important. Who's in your ear? Who's your accountability partner? Who holds you high? This is the time to think about all those things. And are you truthful with the people that hold you high? See, because the one thing about a person who's deceitful, that lies, you think that you're smarter than everyone else, that no one catches on. I promise you they know. I promise you they know. Just because they don't say anything doesn't mean they don't know. It just means that they hold a different space for you in their life that you'll never know about. And the questions you have to ask yourself, what is it about you that you deem unworthy that you have to lie? What is it about yourself that you don't like about yourself that you deem yourself that you have to lie just to fit in with people, places, and things that aren't even for you? What if you were bigger than those people, places, and things, but you're so busy trying to tell a lie to fit in to be someone else that you don't even see it? Isn't that interesting? What is it that you need to change your mind about yourself so that you finally step into what you're worthy of? What is it that you need to change your mind about when it comes to healing that trauma? What is it that you need to change your mind about resources that you may need? What if it's time to stop bleeding on everyone else and go get a therapist? What if it's time to stop bleeding on everybody else and get a life coach if it's not that deep? What if it's time to stop making everyone else suffer for your hurt and pain? What is it that you need to change your mind about? See, it's not too late. 2021 isn't over yet. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Are you going to finally make a list of all your fears so you can work through them? Are you going to finally make the list of all the dreams and hopes that you have and all the goals so you can see that you're worthy of them, that you can actually have them? Are you going to get rid of those superficial things, the things that don't really matter? When we think about the list of a woman or a man that you desire to be your partner or your wife or your husband, are we going to get a real list? Are we going to talk about vulnerability, authenticity? Are they connected to a higher source? Who's leading them? Because I promise you, a man that's not led by God that's obedient by God could never be my husband. What does that list look like? Is it superficial? Is it showing off for the masses? Does that matter? Because see, a union, whatever that union is, partnerships, whether it's business, relationships or not, it's not even to serve you, it's to serve your higher source. They're putting you together for you to create something beautiful in this world, not to show off or to harm other people or to show somebody that you've made it. That's not what this is about. It's about creating something of love. A labor of love, so people can see that, so they can have hope and faith, so they can know that if they just step out on the things that they love, then the world will be filled with love instead of jealousy, hate, and resentment and killing and all this lower level stuff. All this stuff that you think because there's somebody watching this that think, oh, because they haven't killed someone physically, that they're not killing someone mentally. They're not killing themselves. All of it's a sin. Hello, somebody. Stop looking to get back at people. How about get with yourself? Make a declaration and say, I'm going to change my mind about that today. I'm going to change my mind and say, you know what? I'm going to work on myself from head to toe. I'm going to reach out to a professional. I'm going to get more in tune, in touch with my higher source and my higher power, whatever that is. I'm going to pick up a new book today and I'm going to start reading. I'm going to listen to something positive. I'm going to start my mornings off with that. I'm going to start right in my home instead of looking outside, because so many of us want to tell everybody else what to do and how to do it and outside of our home, but so many things inside your home needs to be put together. I had to realize that myself. A leader starts with inside their home. If you can't lead your home, you can't lead anybody. I promise you that. And if you can't lead yourself, if you don't have any self-control, self-awareness, how about that? Do you have control, self-control? Are you emotionally intelligent? Do you act off emotion? Are you running amok? Are you starting mess everywhere you go? Is your house full of rage and arguments and gossip? Are you talking about this one, that one, and the third? See, these are all the things that we get to say today. I get to change my mind about that. I don't want to live that way anymore. I decided, I made a choice that I'm not bound to anything. I made a choice that just because I was this lower level person in the past, that I don't have to be that today. I made that choice. That's why you see me sitting here today. I'm not sitting here because I was so Miss Perfect. I forgot that movie was like, what is it called? Why Did I Get Married by Tyler Perry? And it was Perfect Patty. I'm not sitting here because I was some perfect Patty. I'm sitting here because I was a hot mess. But I made a choice. And I made a decision to say enough was enough. And I'm tired of that cycle. And I'm tired of this cycle. And I'm tired of that cycle. And I'm going to get off that merry-go-round of hurt and pain that I was inflicting on others as well as myself. I made a choice. And you can make one too. It's okay to change your mind. Change your mind. Change your mind will change your mood. Change your mood will change your situation. Change your situation will change your life. But it starts with you. You're not bound to anything. You get to change your mind. What will you change your mind about today? What will you step into today? Who will you decide to be today? You get a choice every single day to better your best. Every day. What are you going to do with the choice? Why are you waiting for 2022 when you have today? It's beautiful. Why is it beautiful? Because you woke up. And if you woke up, that means you got another second, another minute, another hour, another day to change your mind. Change your mind. It will change your life. It's time. You're at a crossroad. Yeah, you're at a crossroad. Even when you don't think it, you're at a crossroad. What are you going to do? Are you going to move forward? Are you going to step into the new? Are you going to see what this world has to offer? All the beautiful things. Are you going to step into what you love? Do what you love. Do it from a loving space, not to get something in return, but just to put something out. Knowing that if you sit in the place of receiving, you will receive all the love, all of it. You know why? Because you're going to finally make the decision to change your mind and give it to yourself. You're going to change your mind and understand that just because you're a mom, that doesn't mean that you're selfish if you choose you. Because you'll understand that in choosing you, you love your children more. How about that? When you choose you, you love the people in your life more because you're loving them from a place of overflow. You understand that your children cannot make you happy. Your spouse cannot make you happy. Those people, places, and things can't make you happy. It is you choosing the desire to heal yourself that will make you happy. You get to change your mind about that too. How about that? You get to change your mind about breathing more, meditating, getting in prayer. That's what prayer is, meditation. And not just talking, but listening so you can receive the word. You get to change your mind about self-sabotaging every good thing that's come into your life because you will finally understand that you deserve the love that you give to everyone else. How about that? So, I'm going to end this here, and I'm going to end it with this. What will you change your mind about today? What will you change your mind about? What will you stop waiting on 2022 to give you that you can give yourself today? The choice is yours. Victim or victor. Accountability will be your best friend. I love you. Have the most amazing Sunday. Remember, you can follow me on Instagram and Facebook, Life Coaching with Sass, and it's just a W, not the word spelled out. You can also, again, reach me on info@moesass.com, MOESASS. You can also book with me, www.moesass.com. Go check out my website. You never know. You might just find something that you want to book with me, and we can start working together before 2022 gets here, because guess what? 2021 isn't over, and the miracle can happen any day. Have a great Sunday.